everybody, welcome back to the Game of Muscle YouTube channel where we're live and we're going to be driving the Porsche 911 GT3 car in Race Room Racing Experience. And I have to say, how good is Race Room Racing Experience? The sounds, the graphics, the way the service system works, it's Race Room. It's really come on over the last, I don't know, when it came out a couple hundred years ago, last 2 years, I think about a year and a half ago, they did the force feedback update. Last 2 years, just absolutely fantastic, and especially the last year, the latest content, really good. And I think the Porsche was, well, Road America was the latest content, but the Porsches are fantastic. We're driving them yesterday, absolutely amazing. And to celebrate that amazingness, we have a server up. All GT3 cars are there, so if you want to join it, all you need is a GT3 car, and whatever track it happens to be on, we've got all tracks that it's rotating through, so if you don't have all the tracks, eventually you'll get a track there. We're doing 15-minute races and 15-minute or 10-minute qualifying, so nice sprint races, should be good. I'm ready to get pulverised by our subscribers. Anyone can join. Password is T. See the server on the list, just do a search for GM in the search box on the old right, and then it will come up. It says GM DRC GT3, click that, click go race, pick your car. Of course you want to pick the Porsche because, you know, which other car are you going to pick? It's all about the Porsche 911 GTR, and then you've got to pick your car skin. What should we go for this time? We've got the toothpaste car, or should we go for, what should we go? Oh, look at this one. Herbert Motorsport. Herbert. Robert Renula, Herbert Motorsport. I don't know. Sounds a bit German. Password T in capital letters. Tango Echo Alpha. Yes, indeedy. And wait for it. Off to the races we go. Fantastic. Hopefully it all works. Just done a server reconfig, so who knows? Things might change. Hello Rob, hello Rhino's Race Room, hello Fez Fox, hello Sebastian Brunia, hello Worst Player. When you get it, if you had to sacrifice either the pedals you have or the direct drive wheel, what would it be? Well, I would have to sacrifice the pedals, even though the pedals are arguably more important. This is just my thing missing. I'm all about the force feedback. I love haptic devices. So I would have to keep the wheel. You know, it's a direct drive wheel. It's the holy grail. It doesn't get better. The PT1 pedals are amazing though. They do utterly transform the driving. But you know, I could get away with the sort of T3PA pedals at worst, with maybe modding them a bit, or I could get Fanatec pedals. I could, you know. Direct drive wheel without that, and it all falls apart. Greg Altner has joined us. You might know him as 60666066. George, I don't know why I call him Greg. George Altner. That sounded how I think his name is pronounced. It probably isn't. Check out his YouTube channel. Click on his username. Check out his YouTube channel. You guys will know his YouTube channel. You'll have seen his videos. Really good. So give him a little subscribe. His videos are amazing. He's the guy that put out those videos for years now of he had his wheel set up in front of his TV, mostly race room videos, and they just look really cracking. Oh, you can tell we're in Sweden. Oh no, we're in Road America. Well, I've got Swedish guys in the background. What's going on? Let's get driving then. Let's hope this all works. We had a technical failure with our button box yesterday. I've not got around to fixing it. But we're going to use the old... we need to activate this first. We're going to use the Fanatec shifter. I use joy to key here to convert the buttons. But it does mean I need to load joy to key, and I'll always forget to load it. One day we'll remember. And now I'm going to say now should work. Let's have a look. Oh, Joy to Key has decided to delete my buttons. Let's just put them back in. That's for that. And that's for that. You guys can't see what I'm doing here, but let's hope we've got this the right way around. We did, there we go. So, those of you wondering why we're using a... can we keep our ugly... We can't have our ugly mug and the shifter in the shot at the same time, unless we tilted the camera. It's not worth it. We just need to get on the track. Hi, Paul Wilson. Hi, Pete. Hi, Josh. Do you show me the way? I know the way. I've always known the way. Right, that'll do. So why am I filming with the camera? Oh, Ali's Blob, thank you for setting up the server. He's off to work. His life. Poor everyone say, put your hands together on Sunday at Sunday Race School and say a prayer for Alex Blob. Have we got good volume levels here? Hope we do. Oh, yeah, we are at Road America. This track was just added. Hi, Lumos Phoenix. Welcome to the chat room. Be careful, Alex Blob. Don't work too hard. Who's the abomination in the thumbnail? It's one of the track marshals from Race Room. Let's call him Bob. Bob the Marshal. Dandy Highwayman's joined the server. Oh, there we go. We're going to the next session. Let's tweak the TV. And we're going to drive in 2D for a bit, then I might go to VR afterwards. Thank you, device mission. I know it's missing because I've unplugged it. The game tells you every 3 minutes. Did you know that your device is missing? That you unplugged? Did you? And then 5 minutes later, did you know? You don't happen to have known that your device is missing. Guess what? Device is missing. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Am I watching the Super Bowl? No, I'm not American. Might as well. If the car had a little TV screen in it, we could do that, but it doesn't. I'm also completely ignorant to the rules of American football. When someone says Super Bowl to me, I just think of like a very big bowl of breakfast cereal. I don't think of sport. So, oh, thank you, Ovac. Thank you. Now, come to think of it, I think you're right. I think one of my devices might be missing. Ah, how did you know? We get a buzz every time we downshift too fast. Dan MC, maybe. I don't know. I don't intend to drive this circuit in real life, so as long as it captures the essence, I'm happy. Some might say I'm easily amused. Marquise Goodwin is in California. I hope it's cold where you are. I hope it's cold, cloudy, wet and miserable. Just so you can experience life like me. Not that I'm vindictive at all. Mind you, I had a good 20-minute shower to warm up. So that almost made it feel like it was summer. As close as I can get. It was like a summer simulator. You don't need sleep now, it's overrated. Don't worry about that. Whoa, bouncy bounce. So we're going to try and get some performance. I know, as soon as I said it. We'll try and get some performance out of this car as we invalidate our lap. Should I sell the... I would, if you can get one for a good price. I would wait. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say you should wait to see what the Fanatec direct drive wheel's like. Because I don't think they... I think it's unlikely the Fanatec direct drive will be better than the SW20. But if you've already got all the Fanatec equipment... You know, like all the rims, pedals and everything, shifter, and you're plugging it all in, then it might make sense to get that and put your equipment on it. That's how they get you Fanatec, with their ecosystem. Also, you know, it's going to depend on the price of their direct drive wheel. I guess if you... Maybe people will sell their Clubsport V2.5 wheelbases to get the direct drive one, so maybe it's better to sell it now. I don't know. I haven't used a better wheel that's better than this SW20, so I rank it at the top, especially as you can get it for $900 or so. £900, which is what, $1,200. I don't know how much it costs in the States to buy it. I feel like I'm milking this car around the circuit. Morton Riverstone, it shouldn't be a problem because the direct drive wheel is detected as a Windows wheel. Like it's if you're using an MOS, you know your computer doesn't know it's a direct drive wheel. It just sees it as a linear device. You know, a steering wheel. So, and I think on the software side it's only getting better. I've not tried the latest drivers for the SimuCube software, but that's only going to keep improving. I mean, there's so many people with OSWs, so you that gives you a bit of protection as well. The only downside would be on the console side. I think the nice thing with Fanatec wheels is that they do work on the console, so if you wanted something that works with everything, you know, it's a bit weird to be using really expensive sim equipment against consoles, but you know, if you enjoy it and that's what you want to do, then that, you know, it's nice to have that functionality. Muscling along. Hi Thiago. Guys, it's Thiago Lima in chat. This guy, he's still beta testing for Assetto Corsa for Kunos. He used to do beta testing. He's done a ton of track conversions for AC in particular. He did the Live for Speed track conversion, I think, from Live for Speed to AC. He did the AC Le Mans track. I was being British there. Le Mans track. Le Mans 24. Le Mans. Thiago's a legend. I met Thiago Lima in a Netcar Pro server about 7 years ago? 6 years ago? Oh, I don't know, long time ago. Yeah, I remember because we were driving. It was me and Kevco. It was another guy. Or was that your Netcar Pro name? I can't remember. There was one other guy that was on the server because there was only 3 people playing Netcar Pro back then. It was on with the Osella at that fictional circuit. Are you still doing? Still making a sim rig, Thiago? He was working on sim rigs. You should post a link if you're a mod and you're watching, and Thiago posts a link to his sim rigs that he's working on. Accept it, but he's making budget sim rigs. I don't know if you're still doing it fully now. Oh, there you go. He's put it in Discord. But check out his link if you're looking for a budget sim rig. Mind you, he is in Portugal, so if you're in the States, you get that postage issue. Look at this, I'm the slowest person on the server. I'm just going to have to jump out my window. You get that postage issue if you live in... If it's an American product and you live in Europe, you have to pay a fortune for postage. If you're in the States and you live... and it's a European product, it's a bloody UPS making a fortune out of a sim rigs that are international. It's sim rigs? Sim racers. I mean, I spent so long in a sim rig, I'm basically a sim rig. What resolution do I normally play at? 1080p, and then I don't know what resolution VR is at, but you know, that's a whole different thing, isn't it? 1080p when I'm playing in 2D, because that's all my TV goes up to. Oh God! Thank you, Racer in there. We got the old person joining the server stutter. Oh yeah, I don't know why they haven't. I was saying this yesterday, damn MC. It's really weird that Thrustmaster don't have a load cell pedal product. Given that it's now sort of, you know, if you're spending over £100 on some pedals, you kind of want a load cell. It does, the load cell makes a huge difference. So I don't know what Thrustmaster are playing at. Oh God, next session, that totally confused me. Let's have a sip of the coffee. William Hoosman, thinking of buying load cell mod for T3PA Pros. I don't know. Personally, if it was me, I would of course buy the Fanatec pedals and use our affiliate link. I mean, that's exactly what I would do. I don't know how much load cell mod is for the T3PAs or how good it is. I'd say if it's cheap, if it's really, you know, if you do save a lot of money doing it, then sure, go for the mod. Oh look, we've got a device missing. Fancy that. However, I don't know what the eBay value is of them if you were to sell them after doing the mod. So a nice thing about when you buy something that's not modded, if you want to sell it second hand, it's obviously a lot easier to sell. So I'd factor that into it personally, but I've not used... Oh! Get ready for this. I've not used the T3PA pedals. Here we go. Or... Oh, we qualified 8th, next to Sebastian Brunia. I've not used the T3PA pedals or the Fanatec pedals, so I can't really comment on them in terms of quality. Oh Jesus! Oh my God! Missed the breakpoint and touch there, guys. Reading the chat room into T1. I don't need to heel and toe. What am I doing? I really like the Club Sport V1s and the Club Sport V2s. I think I am Stephen Bikofa, but I just ignore it. It's not the right field of view. It was just what I happened to have set up. It feels reasonably right for my situation where I've got my camera placed. It's not ideal though. Clearly, it's not the right field of view. So since VR and playing in VR, I'm not as picky about field of view because VR is 1-to-1 and a screen isn't like anything like reality either way, whatever field of view. So if I want to have like a pure experience, I just play in VR. Don't know if I'm best ploughing through this. It's a sprint race, so we don't have to really worry about tyre wear. Server's called GM. Just type in GM in the search box. There you go. Rhino's Race Room. Told it like it is. Kajal. That's weird. The I don't remember the throttle pedal being light on the Club Sport V2s. Maybe it was. The throttle on these PT1 pedals or Proto Simtech is absolutely awesome. Actually, is quite stiff. It's all about a stiff pedal. Dandy Highwayman in front of us. George, I don't know how to say his name. We'll just call him G. Otner. He's in 4th, but the guy's practically an AI for this game, you know. I think he... I don't know if he's a beta tester for Sector 3, but he spends a lot of time playing this, so that's my excuse for being slower. I think he might be streaming right now. You should check out his channel, see if he is. How big is your screen? That's a bit direct, Stephen. You can't just go up to someone and ask them how big their hardware is first time you meet them. It's a bit, you know, you've got to work your way towards it. Bit of foreplay. I'm using a 42-inch TV. At the moment. This is my 2D solution, a 42-inch TV from 2012. It does quite a bit of ghosting on it, quite a bit of latency, but it does the job. Quite like the flow of this track, but I'm a bit slow at it. We'll have to ask for some setup tips after this race, see if we can get some golden nuggets. Aren't TVs a bit blurry? Yeah, they can be with motion blur. This is an LG TV, so it's not too bad for latency. It is compared to modern TVs. Say this is from 2012, but at the time, yeah, it doesn't. I've played Super Meat Boy on this TV, and I played Counter-Strike up to the, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd highest rank on it, so it can't be totally terrible. But you do notice, you know, it's nowhere near as good as the 90 Hz of a VR headset, and it's nowhere near as good as a proper gaming screen. It's really hard when buying TVs for gaming to actually find ones that aren't messed up in some weird way. Oh, hello. Mr. Kuvalainen has made a move up the inside of us. Nice overtake. Probably could have defended that a bit better. I could do with one of them gel. I hit MSI up. Block. I'm so slow. Maybe he's just drafting me. I've emailed MSI and asked him... oh, that wasn't me. That was not me. Nice takedown there. Inglorious 7th place. What happened there? Yeah, I've hit MSI up and asked them if they would like me to review one of their gaming monitors. They've not got back to me yet, but that'd be nice. Do need another screen. Oh, touch wide. Still holding on to 6th place here. We're in the points. I'm happy. Nice one, Archie. I've not used one, but I've only heard good things about it, and I can imagine it does make quite a big difference. What? Thought I'd served my penalty there, apparently not. Toka Spliff has just driven right through us because we were ghosted due to the penalty. A bit harsh. Seems that every single driving simulator has crazy penalty systems, so I do think that Race Room has the best penalty system in terms of it's not realistic because obviously the car in real life cars don't go transparent, but I think it's the least obtrusive to the gameplay, which is crucial really. I've got too much fuel in my car, maybe that's weighing this down a touch. We seem to be getting done a bit on the straights, I think. We're outside a glorious 7th position. That's not good. Yeah, the crucial thing with the penalties in this is if you back off it and serve it, it doesn't ghost you, and it tells you how much time you need to give up. So it's quite harsh, but it's fair and obvious. So I think of all the penalty systems, Race Room does have the best. For gameplay at least. Which is probably the most important thing. Oh dear. A bit of understeer here. Quite a big gap between me and V Berlin, who's in 9th, and Toka Spliff and Dandy Hyman are pulling away. Hi Marquis Goodwin, the password, just type in GM in the search and it will come up, and you'll see it's GT3 cars. Password is T in capital letters. See, Archie's on it. Thought there's another spider in the room there. I do not know the break points on this circuit. That's a good thing to know. A lot of the corners on Road America you can actually take with a lot of speed. McKiernan. It was purely accidental. Try and close the gap here. Now, of course, Sim Racing system is coming to Race Room soon. I've hit Enrique, who programs Sim Racing system, up on Skype. Try and get some information from him that I can put on the channel. Not sure when he's planning to make it go live, or indeed how he's managed to get it to work, because I know it was quite tricky initially because of the way that servers are handled in Race Room and how it's all how the back end is managed. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects things, because Sim Racing system is pretty awesome. We've got a car off road there. Ah, got to catch the understeer so that we can push onto it. I don't know, Marquis Goodwin. I don't think so. Tiago, Enrique's a machine. He does suffer from that bizarre Portuguese disorder though, where he likes slow cars. I don't know what it is. I think it's the heat. In the summer it gets so warm it cooks the brains of the Portuguese, and they like slow cars. Apart from that, he's all right. I forgive him for it. You know, you don't choose to like slow cars or be born in Portugal and like slow cars, you know. And I say, you know, heat stroke's a serious thing. You have to be aware of it. What is Sim Racing System? Sim Racing System is kind of like iRacing, but it doesn't cost £250,000. So you sign up for it, go to simracingsystem.com, and it's like, it's like iRacing. At the moment, it's with Assetto Corsa, R Factor 2, and Automobilista, and yeah, they have races every hour. It's got ranking, it tracks your score, and 8 PM you have like YouTuber races. So on Wednesdays I have a race at 8 PM that I get destroyed in typically. But you end up with like 60, 70 people registering. It puts people in splits. It's really good. It says it's very much like iRacing, but not as expensive. So that's only a good thing. We've got V Berlin coming up behind us here. We've got one more lap after this. Let's get more power out of this Porsche. I think I'm better on windier tracks. Kind of like an automated league system, Marco. Yeah. Hi Ovac, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good evening. Sunday evening. Are we getting drafted or are we just slow? I think our setup might be a bit slow here, because we're getting on the straights. Yeah, because we're in his draft and he's still just pulling away from us. So I think we need to have a little twiddle with the setup. It's probably costing us about 2-3 seconds a lap on this circuit. Look at that, it's just driving straight off. What a disaster. We'll have to ask for some setup tips from the front runners. Oh dear, Mr. V Berlin has lost control. So we're tortoising, he's herring. Probably catch back up with us before the end of the race. I watched the beginning of it and then about an hour of it before I fell asleep, Ovac. It was alright. I saw that crazy crash. I got jealous of their sunshine though, so I had to turn it off in the end. Which gear to be in? Oh no. That is one thing you have to watch out for. Losing grip on all 4 tyres, because you'll just slide off the circuit. See, V Berlin got revenge in the end. We might have one more lap to go, I'm not sure. Yeah, we've got one more lap because the front runners are that far ahead of us. Don't know who's winning. Any chance of a clear cup race? We might try and fit one in Cold Steel later on. I'm going through a bunch of the tracks with this Porsche though in Race Room. I want to try and get to grips with this car a bit better. Push it to the limit. I'm in the Porsche 911 GT3R. Porsche 911R GT3. That's the right order. I need to get the delta on the screen so I can the split timer, so I can clearly see if we're improving or getting worse. I don't think we can get to the finish line. We're like half a week behind the front runners. A Game.uk going to get the Fanatec set up next week. Have you bought some Fanatec stuff? Or you're going to get a Fanatec set up. So you're buying like a steering wheel and pedals and what have you. What are you using at the moment? There we go. We finished that. We're trying to G. Ortner won it. Trundled to victory. Showboating. So last time I tell him we're streaming, he just walks to victory. All of it. He's going all in. Fanatec all the way. You should have bought it on the Black Friday sales. You'll save a fortune. A bit late for that now, so useless advice. Today's useless advice brought to you by Game Muscle. If you do buy this stuff, click on our link, our Fanatec affiliate link. It's on our Discord channel and it's in the description. I'd appreciate that if you do. We've got a review of the Shifter coming out tomorrow, actually. If you look out for that, that'll be it's already uploaded, but it'll be going live tomorrow morning. So check that out. But it's really nice when you go from sort of low-end sim gear to nicer sim gear. Certainly makes the driving more enjoyable. Let's continue here. G. Ortner, T. Jansen, Fez Fox, Mr. Charlie, A. Kuvalainen. They're the winners of this race. We need to get some setup tweaking going on. Nice driving by those guys. I mean, they didn't deserve it, let's face it. It's Candy and me at the bottom. 10th, 9th and 10th. Just cruising. Just cruising. You know, it's Red America. It's not. I'm not American, so that's why we didn't do too well. It's the excuse I'm going with. I still got the affiliate thing, yep. It should be in the description underneath this stream, but it's underneath the videos and it's on Discord. If you go to our support, Game Muscle Live support room, you'll see it in there. My cat had to go to the vet, so I was broke on Black Friday. Oh, you should have just put the cat in a bin bag, zip tie it up with a brick, and throw it in a canal. You've saved yourself money. What pro tip? You have to make sure you got the brick in there, otherwise it'll float to the top. You know. I mean, that's the problem with pets. You look at their stupid faces, and you have to look after them. That's why you never get pets. Pets or children. That's the problem. They're just too expensive. Hi Tim. What was wrong with your cat? Vets are so expensive as well. Did it get pregnant? You had to get it fixed. Hi, hey game. Right, can someone help me with a car setup here? Let's have a look. What can we tweak? I mean, James, the Driving Force GT is all right, to be honest. I mean, this thing is like, you can't, like, I had the G25 for 10 years, and it was fine. It is nice having better simulation equipment, but you can make do with the lower end stuff. Your cat had to get so you took him to the animal dentist. You could have done that yourself, pair of pliers. Job's done. Cats hate you already, so it's not like it would have been angry at you, because cats are, you know, they're just grumpy, whatever. So you're not supposed to put children in a bin bag. Well, I only know that you're not supposed to put children in a bin bag because the plastic bags you get with sim gear have that picture of a baby with a bag on its head and the stop sign. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't know. This is GT3. Yep. Hiya, hello everyone that's just joined us. We've got a link. We've got a link in the description to our Discord channel. If you click on that, join our Discord. It's a good place to be for news, events, when we're going live, what's happening. So get on our Discord channel and let's have a look at tweaking the setup here. We need to get some tips from George Ortner. George. I don't know how to say his name. We'll just keep making up names all evening long. What can we do? I mean, we got wing. Do we need the wing? Let's reduce. How much wing do we need? Let's go to 6. I've got a feeling the wing is allowing the car to bite in off the throttle. We had too much fuel in the race, so we didn't need that much fuel. That might have been costing us. I mean, there's not that much really to set up. I mean, tyre camber, ride height. Oh, I don't know. I don't know this Porsche. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I said, did you know, guys, we've got a device missing? Just in case you forgot. Well, we'll go with wing at 6 and we'll give that a go. T300's alright. Archie, I had a T300 for a good 3 or 4 years. Oh, no, I had it for 3 years. I think the T300 is the best upgrade from a G25 or a G27. And for bang for buck, I think the T300 wheels are probably the best. The pedals are god awful, but the force feedback and the actual wheel buttons and everything are really quite nice. Well, I can't drive for some reason. We've got oh, there we go. Just waiting for it to go to next session. Might pop to VR after this race. Okay, 2D's a bit underwhelming. It's all about the VR. Did you know we've got a device missing? Just in case, forgot. I'm getting anxiety about 6. It was on 8, I think, to start with, or was it on 9? We'll have it on 6. I'm sure it'll be okay. Here we go. Hi Kev B, welcome along. Hope you're having a good evening. Let's drive with this. Let's give it a go. Where are we? What circuit are we at? Can you guess the circuit? You probably saw it on the screen. Is it Bathurst? It's the only track where you turn left that I can think of. I think it might be. I think it is. Marcel Malinowski. Hello. I mean, I tried. Tried to say your name. Probably failed, but I tried. Am I on Twitch? No, I just stream to YouTube. It is Bathurst. The wheelchair dude, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Here we go. We'll turn the downforce down. Let's see if the front sticks. I've heard from this circuit the idea is to drive into cars that are in the middle of the track. You've got to smash them with the back end of your vehicle. That's the trick to success at Bathurst. Do really like this track. It's grown on me. I used to hate it. I used to absolutely hate the circuit. But then since driving it more in Project Cars 2 and now in Race Room, I do actually really like how it flows. It's a bit of a weird track, but it's nice. It's a good circuit. I'll give this track 4 crumpets out of 5 tea bags. It's a good fun track. I do feel that Sector 3 have not got enough kangaroos though. So it's Simcade. Way too green. Grun Mountain. Probably Ovac. It's alright. I've been watching Scott Speed drive, so I know how to avoid and well, I know how to take everyone out before they take me out. Learning from the best. Here we go for our first flying lap. What headset are you using, Cravapolly? You can tweak the scale in R3 using there's a button you can bind. But yeah, I think it is a little bit wonky. I think it's how it calculates field of view, so the 3D doesn't seem totally right. But you kind of, you know, kind of get used to it. Hi Stuart, welcome back. Yeah, try binding the eye separation button and trying some different settings out. Oh dear, third gear's probably better up through there. Marquis Goodwin has left the server. He's had some technical problems, I think. Try and work out the lift-off oversteer with this car. That's the key with this Porsche. Oh, that I really like that corner. Oh, I don't like this one. Oh, there we go. Someone driving to the back of me for the authentic Bathurst experience. Mr. Johnson, I think he's found the wall as well. Still puffing. So we've got the service filling up, which is nice. Got 100 people watching the stream. Hello, everybody. What weird Wired Ed? Hello. Might do some AC later if someone sets up a server, but we're smashing through Race Room at the moment. The nice thing with Race Room is, once you've got the server set up, it goes through the track rotation. And so you can just focus on doing the driving and racing and, you know, rather than fiddling around with settings all the time. And joining servers over and over again. Hi Ben Appletree. Hi Psycho Boldy as well. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. We're having a good Sunday night. I really want to try the new Caterham 7 mod for AC, so we'll probably have to try and get a server set up with that at some point. Oh dear, I cannot get it stuck into that. I think I need to start braking on the first part of the corner rather than just trying to take that at full speed. Because once we get on the brakes mid through that corner, we just understeer, which isn't good. Fortunately, damage is set low, so we've got a car in one piece. Hi, cat cool. Yeah, G. Ortner's not set a lap yet. A good lap. So that makes me feel a little bit better. if he's not set a good lap, then I'm all right. Just tickle the like, thank you, Psycho Baldy. Follically challenged men represent. Hair's overrated. Okay, we do have 6 gears. Alright, let's try and get one good flying lap in here. We've got 2 minutes. I don't think we will actually. We'll get this lap, but it's not going to be a good one. Password is T, Thomas G. Coffee. T in capital letters. What's really nice is having all these GT3 cars on the server is really cool. Bern Hebbleson's joined the server. He's in 7th place. The legend of the Hebblson. He lives under a bridge. It's like Robert Unguru. Robert Unguru! I don't think he's in the chat. I don't know. I've not seen him this evening. I need to get a delta on the screen as well. I keep forgetting. How do we get the delta on the screen in Race Room? Does it even have one? Should be a HUD element. Real-time split delta, I don't know what it's called. That is what we need though. Doesn't seem to have made that much difference to the handling, reducing the aero. Car's still glued to the road. He says, understeering off into a wall. Close your eyes, everybody, it didn't happen. That's typical, isn't it? The moment you say something, the exact opposite happens. Commentary curse. Psycho Baldy. Well, G. Ortner's not actually human, so it's fine. He's probably not bothering to qualify on purpose. Well, this is harsh. Oh, we got it. We got finish a lap there. Let's see if we've got a split thing we can put on the screen. It'd be really nice. Well, all the stuff is on. There we go. Put full data display on. We'll see what that looks like. Here we go. Almost sounded Australian there. Struth. It's time for Mountain Monaco in the Porsche 911 GT3R on the Game of Muscle server. Let's see how well we can do here. Pete Jarram. Yeah, I'd put this in. It's in the top 10 tracks. Let's get into gear. Let's get ready. Let's make this happen. Go, go, go! What a launch! Oh, dive bomb! Oh dear, bit of an accident behind us. Hope that wasn't my fault. Good start for myself there, I think. We may have caused an accident. I may have Scott speeded some people. Hopefully not. We seem to be keeping up with these cars up the hill though, so that's a good sign. Oh no! Dandy Hyman, you can't fit 4 cars into that corner. Oh dear. Bit tight, bit tight. Oh, this is fantastic. Incredible. Side-by-side racing up through these corners. Got to back off a little bit here. V Berlin manages to hold on to his place there. Nice driving. There's a wall. A bit timid on the throttle. Oh, I'm tripping over the corner. Let's just cut that. Whoops. Bit slow through there. Caused a bit of confusion behind us. I totally missed the corner. If I'd have gone for that on the brakes, we'd have driven into the wall. So shortcut seemed like the right choice. That's weird, Michael Johnson. Is it a hardware issue or is it the simulator? Ben Hebelson behind us in 7th. He's always near us, Mr. Hebelson. Let's try 3rd through there. Got to try and be a bit more aggressive with this. I'm a bit timid. Kev B, my granddaughter's Barbie looks stupid with shrimps on it. You need to turn it upside down and then it'll all make sense. Oh dear. Mr. Hebelson passes us there on the uphill straight. Oh no, sorry. I'm bouncing back around, there we go. No, why's he stopped for? I pushed him back round so he didn't have to rotate. Oh dear. Oh, that was my fault for hitting him. Tip wing called. Sorry about that, Mr. Hebelson. I got a bit more speed through there than I was expecting. Just jealous because we live in the future. Oh dear, I'm so slow. Oh, we're in holy 7th position, so it's all okay. If you turn Australian upside down, do they sound British again? That's the rumour. They probably just make that noise like that toy. Oh dear, it's a bit close. Tinardo gets round the outside of us. Whoa dear, we're a bit loose. Bit loose. George Ortner's pushed on through. I think his car's powered by nitrous oxide. He's not bothered with any fuel, he's just put nitrous oxide in his car. I think he's took all. He's got no weight in his car. Order, quarter muscle. Block. No, too late. That was a total blockage there. Oh, yellow flags up front. Don't know what's going on. I feel like the car is slower as well. I mean, I know I'm driving slow, but I feel like we are slower. Stop shifting, you'll go faster. Ah. Maybe. Oh, short shifting. I get you, yeah. I'll try that. It's a good tip. There you go. I'm doing it by the engine though. It doesn't sound right to let it go to the higher RPM. Maybe that would explain why everyone's pulling away from us. Pro tip from Gandhi there. Who's the guy in the thumbnail, Rhino's Race Room? It's just one of the marshals, one of the track marshals. From Race Room. Says new, Waffer you. Hello. Okay. Last orange or first red, we'll give it a go. There's the wall. You'd expect the dash lights to light up sooner to tell you to shift. I need it nice and simple for me. I'm not a complicated person. That's how I tell my team to set up the car. I have a big flashing light. Change gear. A bit of a shortcut there. We're totally messing up this section. See, Kajel's still 5 seconds behind us. Maybe he accidentally ended up in the wall. Okay, T Nardo's 5 seconds away. Let's see if we can eat away on his time. Seems like the car's happier in 5th gear up through this hill. Oh, there's a wall. Ah! Oh, we're losing the back end there. It's alright, all under control. Hi Kevin, are you going to join us on the server? I think there's a couple of slots still available. This is what Wall Street Tips do though, so I know it's a hard track. It's like the Australians thought, oh, we could do with a track like Monaco to kill our drivers on. Let's build Monaco on a mountain. Ah, good idea. Might do some later, Dragos. We'll try the Caterham 7 mod that just came out. So stay in 5th up here. Oh, that was quite good. Nippy through there. Hold the slide. There's a little public footpath sign on that corner. Probably says, don't stand here, you'll be hit by game of muscle. Leonard G, I think maybe he's had a few drinks. It's Sunday evening. I don't think he qualified at first. He probably started last. I feel like we're getting better at this track. We might still be trundling, but we're getting better. Got his bottle of wine. Think about joining. You might as well. If you can drive worse than me, you're welcome onto the server. I haven't tried Assetto Togue Dragos. I don't think I have. Maybe I have and I've forgotten. Oh dear. It's not the fastest way around there. I might try the BMW Z4 after this. Mix things up a bit. Same server, but just different car. I really like the lift-off oversteer with this Porsche though. Oh my god. Oh, there's a wall. Austin Powers time. Oh dear. So easy to just go over it. This is the GT3R Porsche, yeah. Teacup car. Too much lift-off oversteer. I like it. We need lift-off oversteer. It's good. It's a good time. Is this the Cup car? I thought you were going to say, is this the Clio Cup car? It's the new Clio Cup. They upgraded the cars a bit. Clio Cup with nitro. We seem to be in this sort of weird zone of no cars. I guess it's anyone that's not fully rotated their vehicle. German version of the Clio Cup on steroids. Hallo, we have to design und Clio Cuppen Sie Car bitte. Ja. Und here it is. Zun Porsche Clio Cuppen Sie bitte. So that's how the meeting went. If you were wondering, the inception of the Porsche. Ja, das ist sehr gut. I'm not sure if you're meant to mow the lawn through there. Don't think you are. There's a wall. Pseudo Soul, when I read the flat 6 out too much, I overheat it. Project Cars 2. I know what we're dead. Anytime I say something, the exact opposite will happen on the video, so it's just a curse. Commentator's curse, as it's called. We're not even going to get to the finish line. Once again, I know we might do. It's like 6 seconds from this corner. Once again, we've been denied of a finish. I feel like that's just abuse. I think we're gonna have to check out a different car. I mean, part of that was my fault, obviously. Well done, T. Jansen. Well done, Dandy Hyman. Well done, Mr. Charlie. Well done, Toka Spliff. I think we'll go for G. Ortner as well. Well done, guys. I think we might try a different car. So we need to find out what Mr. Ortner's driving. Although the cars in this, the GT3 car should all be balanced, so. The blocking from Game Master. I never block. Look. Oh.
T-Money, open mouth smile.
That's a bit loud. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for supporting us. Paul with the £2 donation. What a boss. Why aren't you in the server driving? I'm just going to change car here. I hope people don't leave the server thinking that... Oh, it's Nürburgring as well. Perfect track. What should I go for? There we go. Hi, fish. Just joining with the rough. Jimmy says hello. What is he doing? Oh dear. It's attack. Attack of the Jimmy boys. Oh dear. You have to be careful. These broadbent boys. They've all got painted nails, long hair, and they all play console games. That's the problem with them. You have to watch out. Jimmer boys. Jimmer and a Zimmer. Oh, we've escaped from the home. We've come to your channel. I'd like to see you drive badly. When I was a young man, we didn't have simulators. We had to drive remote control cars. Oh dear, spamtacular. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Lemo. Oh, now we got the Jimmer boys here. Is my hair gonna start growing? Let's just watch it. Let's just time lapse it. No, can't feel any difference. Maybe it takes a couple of races. I used to paint my nails when I was younger. I say I used to. My sister used to paint my nails. I didn't have any choice in it. So, you know, I can appreciate painted nails. Thank you guys for all subscribing. Really appreciate it. What setup do we need to do on this end? So I'm just going to turn the steering lock up because that's what I like to do. But I honestly don't know setup for this vehicle. No idea. Never driven it before. Thank you, Sondero Martins. Oh, hang on. C. 100 new hairs per lap. Oh, I'm gonna need to do a lot of laps, David Lopez. I might have to stream 24 hours if the hair follicle dream. Welcome to Gamer Muscle Hair Surgery Studios, where we grow your hair lap by lap. See, mirror. Right, let's give this one a go. Nürburgring GP. Let's see what happens. Who says C, Nibel? No, seat. Have you ever played R Factor 1? When you move the seat, it says seat, and then the mirror. How can you join us, racing enthusiasts? Just type in GM on the Racestream server list. Password's T in capital letters. Let's see if we can keep up in this old BMW. It's turning in on the throttle. Back end's coming out on the brake a bit. This might be alright. It doesn't seem to have that the understeer issue that the... what was it? We were driving something the other day. One of the GT3 cars, it just understeered everywhere. The broadest of all bends. Oh, okay. I'm going to quali. How is your Simatech held up? I'm seriously looking at it for my first cockpit. Well, I can tell you, Renzo Sim Racing, it is a fantastic cockpit. Of all the pits that you could place your cock, the Simatech K2 cockpit is certainly one of the top cockpits. Yeah, we've had it for what, two and a bit years. Every time someone asks, I say it's the best. It's the best value sim rig you can buy. I am sponsored by them. I'll be clear. I am sponsored by Simatech. I never say the company right. The guy that runs it will have a breakdown. But I think it's the best pit to place one's cock, value for money wise. You can get better cockpits, but you're going to have to probably spend at least £500, I think, to get something more stronger. I mean, we've got a direct drive wheel on it. We've got the Fanatec shifter, which is quite a beast. You know, the big chunky Fanatec shifter. We've got a Derek Spears design button box on it, and we've got PT1 pedals. And you know, I honestly don't know of any sim rigs that are in the sort of £250 price that work as well as this. The only thing with this is I run the front. Put this here. I run the front up to the maximum height because this car chair is a Vauxhall Corsa car seat, and the only downside of that is it's quite thick. You see here. If you have a race seat on here, it's not as thick. The problem with this being thick is that it's on its rails as well. Means that I have to put the wheel mount has to be this part is at its full height, so that means when I start soaring away at the wheel like a lunatic, I don't know how clear that is, you do get a bit of wobble. So if you put a race seat on it, and I mean if you're not using a direct drive wheel, you wouldn't notice anything, but with a direct drive wheel, if you've got a car seat on it, it does wobble a little bit, or it shakes if you're going through sort of oscillating corners, but other than that, pretty damn rock solid. I guess you could get a beam and stick it going into your wall or something. That would make it 100% solid. But again, the other sim rigs in the same category, just I wouldn't even put a direct drive wheel on them. Hi Gustav Drewson. Thick wobble. Let's get some laps in. But what I do is, if you're thinking of getting one, hit them up. Say, Game of Muscle told me to get it. Totally give him more money, and say to them, just ask all your questions in an email. That they're really friendly and they'll answer any questions you got. That's all right, Gustav. We've been away for a month. Oh, welcome, Nick Woodbury. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, we were away for a month because we moved house. Morphe, thank you for subscribing. We're getting all these Jimmer frame boys. Jimmer. Pit my cock within the Simatech. Exactly. I need to do a video on where to pit your cock, just to let people know. Hello Zenex, thank you for subscribing. I sent the other day, I gave Jimmy Broadbent I put some butter on his cockpit. I said, Jimmy, look mate, I don't really have that many subscribers. If I put some butter on your cockpit, could you give us a shout out? And he was like, oh, I don't know. I don't really want to help you out because you're a bold idiot. I don't want to help you out, but I kept giving him more and more butter, and the results talk for themselves. Demonetized. But cockpit's not. You can't demonetize for the old cockpit. I'll give you guys a secret though. Zimmer Broadbent, he likes salted butter. He doesn't like plain butter. He's all about the salted butter. Now you guys know. Slipped right in. Oh dear, we've lost the plot. Hi Kieran, welcome along. Oh Jesus! I was missing the missing the lift off oversteer, and then the back end rotated. Let's watch out for that. Slightly salted, yeah, not fully salted, just slightly. The advantage with salted butter is it does last longer, so you don't have to use it all up in one go. Keeps for a good 3 or 4 months in the refrigerator, salted butter, whereas unsalted only lasts a month or so. Thanks Felix. Fantastic cornering. I like to warm the tyres up. The 360-degree corner exit also gives us a good view for the sponsors, so the photographers can catch them all. So you have to do that at least once every qualifying, you know. It might look like I'm incompetent, but it's actually, I know what I'm doing. So there's a plan. There's a plan. I wonder how much it would affect a car if you genuinely put butter on the tyres. I need to make myself another cup of tea. We've run out of tea. Have I managed to get myself an even slower car here? At what point is it my fault or the simulator's fault? Where do you draw the line? Maybe I should have gone with the Audi. Type of screening? I don't know. Oh, come on. Margarine's not butter, is it? That just doesn't count. That's just it's like fraudulent. It's fraudulent butter. Ah, there you go. Johnson's soup. That makes sense. That sounds like a good strategy. That's something I can go with. So I need to blame the sim until I find a car that isn't rubbish, and if I'm still not there, I have to then start blaming setup. I am struggling to get anything out of this. Oh, the server's almost full. That's awesome. Getting the race room action here. It is really nice to play different sims though. You know, mix things up a bit. Rather than just playing AC or Project Cars 2 all the time. It is nice to do different stuff. Because they do have their own, all of them have their own little quirks to them. And, well, I certainly need to get a bit better at race room because I'm just absolutely miles off the pace with everything in this. Oh, that's a bit of a shortcut. Don't know why there isn't any kind of delta though. Like real-time split in race room. I don't seem to be able to get it on the screen. You're a butter-laying talented man, thank you. If my driving was as good as my shortbread making, I would be Gregor Hooter of sim racing. Right, come on. Let's see where this places us. We can't be last. "19th." Oh dear. Oh, we're only okay. We're 500 off from S. Right, we'll do this race with this car, then we're gonna try the Audi. I'm gonna work out what's going on here. Hi, Wombat VR4. Welcome back again. Good luck with the Tintwinkles. He was on here last night. Larry B, will you ever get around to Sim Vibe? At some point, probably. We've actually, a company in America, I don't know if you were here last night, they're sending us some fans that plug into the sim and they blow air through your hair, depending on how fast you go in the sim. I'm really excited to try that out. I really want to try Sim Vibe out with X-Plane 11 as well, you know. I think it'd be really interesting to see how much it affects flight sims in VR especially. Scott Speed. I'm going to Scott Speed everybody, yeah. We've got this. I watched his videos. I think I've learnt what I need to do. Mostly involves driving into people. So I think I've got that down. How much wing do we need? Okay, rear, sprint. Oh, look at this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to start with this car. But here we go. Nürburgring GP, BMW Z4 GT3, and I've positioned my car right at the back of the grid so that we have an interesting race. We've got S Gandhi in front of us, CB, and C Shelter. Swerving before the watershed. The Feel VR wheel, I have spoke to them in email. They did allude that they're to sending one to us to review. If they do, then we'll check it out. I'm somewhat sceptical of it, but at the same time I'm also optimistic because Scott Speed. You know, it'd be really nice for there to be a cheaper direct drive wheel on the market. So I hope they work out. But I'm sceptical. But I really do hope that it is good. Optimist optimistic pessimist. That's what I'd say I am about it. It's my general philosophy. We're still alive. How's this happening? We've survived the Scott Speed T1. It's all happening when we're up into 15th. I think so, Brussels, because it doesn't look like they're using particularly expensive equipment. But it's hard to say. We'll see. We'll wait and see. AB are in front of us. S. Jansen and Colonel Kokomel had a bit of an accident there. Struggling to get this through the Schumacher S's. Oh, bloody hell. What the absolute... What is that? Come on. We've just been Scott speeded there. Come on, man. That was horrendous. We just got absolutely smashed off the circuit. Race room winkled. Tip winkled. Oh, well. Yeah, the thing with the torque for direct drive wheels, anything above 10 newton meters is fine, really. The key thing is the rotational speed. You need the really fast rotational speed, and even more important than the strength and the rotational speed is the sort of feel, not having any dampening inherent to the motor. So, you know, 12 newton meters is more than fine. I'd say 10 newton meters is more than fine, but then it all comes down to how much mechanical resistance there is there, the range of the force feedback, and the rotational speed. Because, you know, this direct drive wheel goes up to 20 newton meters, but I often, like right now, I'm running it around 10 newton meters, and when I'm doing longer streams, I tend to turn it right down, and it gives you plenty of information. But you still get the really fast rotational speed, and you still get the really nice subtle input from it, and that's the crucial thing. So even when you set it to weaker than what it might be with a real world, for certain real world cars, the key thing is you get that nice precise input. We're still ahead of where we started, despite getting murdered. We're still ahead of where we started. It's a 32 car grid. Which kidney to sell? Sell both of them. You know, just use the machine. It's fine. Colonel Kokomel's gone off road here, and we've just driven into him. Sorry. It's alright, we won't tell them one bad VFR that you were drunk and you dropped it. That'll be our little secret. No one needs to know. There we go, up the inside. S. Nitronis in front of us. Can we catch up with him? I hope we can. Celsonic. I don't think I haven't driven them recently to really pass comment on them. I'll have to. I need to go through a lot of the cars in Race Room. Oh God, I'm a bit late on the brakes. Sorry, sorry, yes, Nitronis, for that rather aggressive move. Yeah, I need to go through a lot of the cars in Race Room again. But in general, I really like the force feedback in Race Room, to be honest. I think you get a really good feel for the braking, track texture, self-aligning, tyre load. It does the force feedback. I'd say of the simulators, Assetto Corsa and Race Room have the best force feedback in terms of information, which I drive from the force feedback rather than the visuals. As I'm sure Leonard G will point out, Project Cars 2 does have good sim vibe, but I don't have sim vibe. And I think it's important for simulators to give the information through a steering wheel, as that's what everyone really has. The Project Cars 2 force feedback with, what's it called, Jack Spade's files, it can be quite good with certain cars, but it's very car dependent. And the braking's not so good. It's BRT Cobra. He's come back from the forest. They're adding VR BRT to the forest. It's probably going to run at 3 FPS. Oh, we've had an accident. K calling C Turner, and that pushes us into 16th. Oh dear. Could have a sim war. Hey Frank Zapper. Any interest in Fallout 4 VR? Not really, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of Bethesda games. I got the Doom VR, the Doom 3 VR, Doom 4 VR, Doom VFR I think it's called. But yeah, they're not. I know Fallout's obviously totally different to Doom 4, but the Bethesda I don't know what they do with their games. There's something about them. I think Doom 4 in 2D was really good, but the VR version doesn't seem to make that much sense to me as a VR game. And Fallout's just too buggy when it comes to its AI and the actual mechanics of the player interaction mechanics, the actual gameplay. I appreciate it's a really big world and complicated and everything, but the mechanics are god awful, and that's the case with pretty much every, like Oblivion and all Bethesda games. There's a lot of content there. There's some nice story stuff. There's a lot in the games, and the mods are awesome, but the core player interaction mechanics are terrible. And you know, that's why I play driving simulators and Rocket League and stuff like that, because I like the interaction. That's the crux of a game for me. So that probably answers your question. just come across as a miserable Bethesda hater. Oh, S Shelter's cut the corner there. Oh, nice one, BRT. Which one did you end up getting? And are you using it for gaming or are you using it for TV watching? And how much did you spend? Because I'd quite like to get a new TV. I'm not in a rush to get one, but I'm keeping my eyes out. Play the forest. Look at this trundle waggoning along here. Yeah, you can get, I think it's because it's the mass market thing really with the 4K TVs now. Since about a year ago, a 4K TV is the same price as like a 1080p TV because they're just what's being produced. But a lot of the budget 4K TVs have that thing where they don't have 4 pixels, they have like 3 pixels. It's really weird how they work. I can't explain it. Someone will know in chat. BRT will know what it's called. But if you're using it as a computer monitor, what it means is that when you're reading text that's sort of pixel sized, it ends up being messed up if it's a different colour than black. RGBW, there you go. Yeah, well, I noticed looking in the shops, especially when you go up close to a TV, 4K looks amazing. It's kind of weird. If you look at most people's houses though, and where they arrange their TV, they tend to put them in the corner of a room. And 4K in the corner of a room, if you're say it's a 42-inch TV or 37-inch TV you've bought, and you've put it 4 meters away from you, you're not going to notice the difference between 4K and 1080p at that distance. If you're using it as a computer monitor and you're 1 meter away, then it's absolutely mind-blowing, especially when you look at games at 4K or recently filmed 4K footage. Hi, worst player. I need to go to the shop and have a look at the different technologies and really compare them up front. I need to try and blag a 4K TV to review. That'd be really quite nice. Please, LG. Please send me a TV to review. Welcome to the channel, Suzuka. I can't read the rest of your name. Thanks for subscribing. You have a train developing behind you. I'm trying to use the buttons on my steering wheel, and I remember that my steering wheel's not plugged in. I remember when I was at college, Dom GTR, I knew some people that worked at Curry's, PC World Curry's, they're the same shop. They used to work in a warehouse, and they would tell me about people nicking stuff from the warehouse, because this was before they did proper tracking of stuff. Now it's all like, it's super automated now, so you know, it'd be very hard for people to nick stuff how they used to. But they would just say how something wouldn't, they'd do the inventory and it just wouldn't get put on the system, and then people would just walk away with it. And apparently it wasn't like a small amount of stock, you know, it was like a lot of stuff would go missing, and it was a bigger problem for them than shoplifting, because it's very hard to steal a TV from a shop, but it's not hard to steal a TV or a laptop from the stocking part of the chain. But this is years ago. This was back when those Zune, well, that was like Microsoft Zune player, was it? When the iPod first came out. I have 55-inch, about 50 centimeters from your face. Yeah, I think it's nice to get a suntan whilst you're driving. You might as well. That's a bit wide out of that. I'm struggling to get grip out of this car. I think we'll go for the next race. I'm going to try the Audi, and maybe if we praise the lords of race room, we'll actually get up to some kind of vague pace. Or maybe we should have just gone to the DTM cars. We're all right with the DTM cars. They're so ludicrous to drive. Oh dear, we've got a car giving us a poke. Tasty, healthy blue light. Your brain just doesn't know when it's night time. Perpetual daylight. Oh dear, come on guys. See, train. Was this the guy that took us out before? What is he driving? Is that the Audi or is it the McLaren? I can never tell from behind. Punt him. Scott, speed him. Oh, what? Oh, no. I think we hit the curbing a bit hard. That was not good. It's the McLaren. I thought it looked like a McLaren. Oh dear. Off to the back we go. We'll try the McLaren out after this. We're being beaten by KFC now. We're being Kentucky Fried. That'd be quite nice. Saved the donuts for the car park after the race. I got absolutely curb wanked. Smashed around. started a 4K thing in chat. It's alright. You know, it's nice to have a refreshing break from the which simulator's best argument, who has the best tyre model argument, which is the best graphics card manufacturer, who makes the best processors. It's nice to have a different argument every now and again. FPS. Well, the human eye can only see 12 FPS, so you know, you really don't need any more than 12. Anything after 12 is a bonus. That's why I still use Nintendo 64 for all my sim racing. What a disaster. I don't know. I'm just super slow in race room. We need to work out what we're doing wrong. He's driving the Bentley. Well, let's try the Bentley. T. Jansen won in the Bentley. Let's give the Bentley a go. If he can win in a Bentley, so can we. We need more tea. Tea and biscuits. That's what we need. If you're watching the stream and you're new, feel free to join us on our Discord channel. It's in the video description. And also give that like button a tickle and smash the subscribe button if you haven't and you want to you like sim racing content. We've got JF Chaudon in the chat. Don't listen to anything he says. I don't trust developers. You can't trust developers. The BMW M6. I'm going to do what JF says because he's a filthy developer. You can't ignore the developers. Well done, T. Johnson. Well done, Mr. Charlie. Well done, G. Odna. Well done, J. Hossink. And that was your top 4 drivers. We came 19th. Oh, look, LG in 30th. Poor guy. Well done, N. Punterino the Nav. Right. Tokyo Tiger. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to pick a different car here. Hopefully I can get back into our own server. BMW, you say the M6? I'm going to try the M6 first, Tom. And then I'll try your Bentley setup. Normal Robinson, are you ever going to invest in a motion configuration, for example, for my Fig? You might want to turn on your virtual mirror. Don't be silly. I don't like to know that people are behind me. My Fig, I like my figs dry. I don't like motion in my figs. If you've got motion in your Fig, then you've probably got a maggot in it, and you might want to swap it over. I've tried motion rigs before, but I'm not a huge fan of motion rigs. As I say, I think SimVibe is probably the ultimate motion rig. SimVibe or D-Box. D-Box is really good. I've used one of them. I've used like one of those massive rigs that moves laterally. I can't remember who manufactured it. I didn't like that. It was really latent. It had a load of latency with the simulator, so it just made me feel motion sick. D-Box on a Vasaro rig, that was really good, and felt like a super premium version of like a SimVibe solution. So yeah, very expensive though, and very complicated. So maybe in the future one day. But I think SimVibe's the best. Race Room's building a motion simulator. Oh, there you go, JF. Put in a good word for me, and the neighbours can call the police. I'm going to pick a different car. Hopefully I can get back into our own server here. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, we've got like 10 slots. Nice thing with Race Room is that you can have millions of drivers, and by millions, you can have like, you can have 100 cars on some tracks. Which car were you saying to drive, JF? Oops, I made a mistake there. This BMW Alpine B6. M6. Have we? Am I missing something here? am I missing something here? Have I lost the plot? Ah, there it is. Okay, couldn't see it. Oh, what colour car do we go for? These are the hard choices. Who am I going to be? Ah, Castrol, Edge, Laser. I'm going to go for the potato wagon. There we go. PlayStation livery on this. Didn't have his scones. I ate a traffic cone instead of a scone, and that was a mistake. We've got it, Dom GTR. We found it eventually. Just played one of the Nissan events on Project Cars 2. Was it the GTR Nismo that would not turn in? Can't remember. Whose livery are you going to disgrace? I like the optimism, guys. You know, I really appreciate the optimism here. We're disgracing the PlayStation, so it's perfectly fine. No one can complain. Guys, you might not have known this, but we've got a device missing, in case you missed it. So, setup, you just turning the wing down. We'll just turn all the wing off, go down to 7. I'm going to put my steering super sensitive, because that's how I like it. I'm going to turn the force feedback down a touch, because I don't want to have the floor fall off. And now we need to seat. Oh, we've got to wait for this to finish. That BMW M6 will be paying for. Oh no. Oh dear. Well, we'll give it a few laps, and if it's terrible, we'll do the Bentley. In the meantime, 165 people watching us. Hello. Welcome along. Thank you for coming along. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday evening and the depression of Monday has not set in yet. If it has, hopefully we'll try and get some entertaining videos out on Monday. I'll try and get some grid girls involved, you know, the usual, and it'll make everything all right. Right. See. Mirror. See. Right, there we go. It might, yes, my friend texted me earlier saying it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Maybe I can build a sim rig out of snow if it snows enough. Adam Mitchell, yeah, my Amazon link is perfectly fine to use. I appreciate it if you do. You don't have to. But yeah, I really appreciate anyone that uses my Amazon link when they're buying anything off Amazon. Oh my god, this is sliding. Emergency female mechanics. Oh my god, this is a bit tilty, this car. Oh, it's turning in. Oh, not on the brakes though. Okay. On the accelerator and at speed, it's turning, but on the brakes, It's not. We need to brake early. This drives like a DTM car that's got no downforce. Oh, Larry B. Well, it's alright, I'm a pirate. Yaha, tiddly dee. Maybe we should put the brake pressure on 100. Whoa, okay. Watch out for the rears on the throttle. Oh, we've tilted the car there. That was a good outlap. I thought I'd warm the bonnet up. Now the bonnet's warm, we can do a proper outlap and begin qualifying. Actually, we might as well just do the brakes whilst we're here. And the Z4 was slow. We'll get by. We'll get by. We'll make it happen. I have a device missing because my shifters, my USB cable on my shifters broke yesterday, and I need to fix the cable. Just thought I'd clean the tyres on the gravel there. It's a pro tip. Some of you guys might not have. You might not be aware of that pro tip. You can hear the stones there hitting the underside of the car. That removes paintwork that makes the vehicle lighter. Next level tips here that Dandy Ironman finds a way through. This car has a nice lift-off oversteer. Its low speed turning is horrendous, and its brakes are awful. It drives like the McLaren actually, the way it turns into the corner by itself. But I like cars that have a very active rear end. This is Zolder, isn't it? Bloody this track. It's the death of me. Oh! There we go. It almost did what we did there. Oh, come on. Stick. There we go. Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. It's the... I think it's the mechanical grip. I guess I did... Did I turn the aero down? I don't know, it seems to lack bite. Low speed bite, high speed bite, but I do like how the back comes out. Maybe I just need to learn how to drive it, that's probably a good start point. Remember, always blame the simulator and the car and the setup before blaming yourself. That's the key to success and happiness. Oh no, I thought I got a cut penalty there, but it was Sebastian Crevetta leaving the server. Anyone can join, by the way, if you want to join in. Password is T in capital letters. Put GM in the search and the server will come up. See if we can get one lap in, I'll be happy. You didn't put your way around corners. There's no biscuit brakes on this track. Fundamental design flaw. You need a long enough straight to be able to have a T-dunk and a biscuit. There we go. Come on, hold it. trying to get the car stuck in here. Once it starts in its oversteer slide, you're good. It goes into the corner, but if you don't get it into that, it just understeers. So you have to kind of hook it up to then get on the power. Plough through those sausages like a hungry man eating an English breakfast. My God, the corners on this track. There we go. It's quite. I like how the back comes out on the power because it turns it into the corner and you can actually take the corners at a good pace. It's carrying more speed through these. It is Lucky 7 Wolf in its T in capital letters. There we go, we're getting on it. This drives like a McLaren. What a crazy set of corners. It's just the cable that's broken on my shifter for sure. I gave it a check. It's the end of the cable where it goes into it. I just need to open the box and maybe resolder it or cut the cable and reapply it after the where it's worn down. That's what it seems like anyway. I've not fully investigated it. We can do a doctor session tomorrow. Whoa, watch out. I'm still bloody slow compared to everyone else on the server. Why am I so bad at race room? There must be a fundamental way of driving it that I'm not getting. Oh, there we go. We're getting there. We're slowly learning solder. What sucks about the Rift is you can't get any spare parts. Yeah, I understand why they've done that, because it's a whole manufacturing RMA pipeline and everything to do that. But it is annoying from a consumer perspective where, you know, you have something that's cost nothing to replace and yet you have to replace the whole device, which is a bit of an arse. R3 is all about practice. Oh, well, that's it. We're never gonna get there now, are we? Can't do practice and setup. I'm all about driving and tip-winkling. That's my skill set. Oh, thank you, Michael Johnson. I'm just a simcader. I'm only good at sims that no one plays, because then the competition's easy. Missing device. I think my missing device is in here. That's what the sim's picking up, the lack of brain. Device missing. Here we go. 21st place. Zolder. BMW M6. Bloody traffic jam. Here we go. Probably should have put the rear view mirror on. That might have helped. Oh, Jesus Christ. Use your brakes. Thank you. Scott Speed has joined the server. George Otten has been destroyed as well. Oh, Scott Speed. I thought he sold his sim rig, but apparently not. Apparently he's in here. Nice driving. Fantastic start. Warming up the rear bumper there. I love drivers that don't use the brake pedal. One of my hobbies is racing with people that don't use the brake pedal. I don't think the mirror would have saved us from that. I think we need anti-tank mines or something. Hi Sharp12, welcome along. Welcome to the chat room. And Cool Mike. Oh dear God, this car's parked all over the track. G. Ortner's ploughing on through. Look at that, he's just over 4 cars in one corner. I think he just drinks nitrous oxide. He doesn't drink cups of tea. Oh, here we go. No, that's me there. Mr. KFC. B. White. He doesn't drink tea for breakfast. He has a cup of microwave nitrous oxide. We're ready for the morning. Exactly, Dom GTR. What is punting? It's basically another word for Scott Speed. If you look in the English dictionary for punting, you'll see Scott Speed. He's an American that innovated punting, made it famous in iRacing. Also see the word, see Titwinkle as well. I hope that clears it up for you. Use the tank. Okay, I'm using the anti-tank mines. I need to get the blue shell out. That's a shortcut. Oh, we got away with it. Bagel bites. Do you want to send me some? Oh, V Berlin's had a bit of an accident. Well, we're moving on up. We're in 18th. I don't feel like I'm... in this car, I feel like I'm slow because of me being bad. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, in this car, I feel like it's my fault that I'm slow, rather than the car being slow. So, that's a good start. I like the high-speed character of this vehicle, but not the low speed. Doesn't seem to have the grip at low speed. I think after this race, I'm going to go to VR. We'll reload up the sim again, and we'll go to the Bentley and try and drive in VR and see how that affects our pace. Blame the technology and all that. Sandman Gamer, I'm not in charge of the tracks. The server's just on random track rotation, so it's up to the server gods as to what's next. We've already done Bathurst though, so I don't think it will be that. Zolder's a good track, it's just a bloody pain in the arse to learn. Jeez. There we go, we're catching back up with this gaggle. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Chumbawamba was on the first CD that I ever bought. Club Hits 96 to 97. And then that's pretty much the only CD I've ever bought. I know I've bought Queen Greatest Hits and the Michael Jackson what's it called? History. That's it. I bought like 4 CDs in my life, and then I found something called Napster and Emule, and lo and behold, we didn't buy music ever again. Now I just use YouTube. I don't know, Cool Mike. I don't find Zandvoort too hard to learn because it's hilly. I find when you've got tracks that are really hilly, each corner looks very different. It's easy to confuse yourself on this circuit as to which chicane you're at. And because it's flat, you can't see them in the distance. I think that's what makes this harder to learn than a lot of circuits. It's like Paul Ricard is an absolute pain in the arse to learn. Kazaa, LimeWire. Oh, we're getting back to the early 2000s. Remember guys, if you hit the like button, we get a 5 horsepower boost. JF just told me in chat, Sector 3 want me to make the sim look good. So every time we get a like of this stream, we get better performance and we're more likely to win then. So please give that like button a bit of a tickle. Make it feel happy. Make it feel appreciated. And one day we'll drive fast. Oh, someone's doing a bit of a Serengeti joyride. Not sure who it is. Oh, it's Gandhi. Welcome. 38G. I need to make that bigger because I can't read that. 38G enhanced. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Shark12. This is Zolder, Gustav, Drewson. Opposite lock out of that. Hi Unholy Moon Dog, welcome back. Red Bull Ring, nice. We're going to try the Bentley next. I'm going to pop my VR headset on as well, I think. Oh! What are all these cars doing off the road? We'll take 4 places there, thank you. Thanks for crashing, guys. Appreciated. Someone's put some oil on the track there. Ah, not Spa. Well, the Spa's alright actually, but Spa in a GT3 car. It's the norm, isn't it? I quite like how this M6 handles, I have to say. I know how much slip angle we can get before it loses control. I'm going to lose control now, aren't I? Now I've said that. I quite like how it does rotate though. Nice one, Sharp12. There's slots on the server. Say, really nice thing. We've got 32 slots, so plenty of opportunity for people to join the racing. Oh, come on. So that's really nice how when you poke the car in, it goes. So it's very McLaren-like. because that's the McLaren MP4 in this and AC and in Project Cars 2 actually. It goes where you point it with the steering. It's very willing to just fly into the corner. Whereas the Porsche, you sort of drive it on the throttle, either on the throttle or off the throttle. The McLaren, I mean, you still drive it with the throttle, but you do a sort of poking with the steering. It's very hard to describe, but that's what this car's doing. They've got the short Brands hatch, but not the full Brands hatch. I think Sector 3 need to be petitioned. Hopefully they can get Brands hatch into GTR 3. That'd be nice. Fingers crossed. This track's got so many corners. I feel like I've driven multiple laps in the Nordschleife. We're catching, we're getting better at this, he says, leaning on the shift protection. Last time I spoke with someone from Sector 3, they said the reason that Brands Hatch GP wasn't in it is because the licensing costs were ridiculous, which is a shame really. I mean, the racetracks, if anything, benefit massively from being in simulators, because I mean, especially consumer simulators, I understand them selling them for a lot for pro sims, private simulators like what the teams use, but having these, it's like a lot of these race cars, having them in simulators just brings people to the sport and makes people more likely to actually go to a real world racetrack. If you've been playing computer games from like a young age, you're gonna, you're getting involved in it, you're identifying with the stuff. I really like these corners here. This selection of 3 or so corners. I've not mastered them, but I really like how they flow, and it's going to be really satisfying once I get them worked out. Which we haven't got worked out. We're working on working it out. Give us a chance. It might depend on this sim, David, and how many people use the sim, how the content in the sim is sold, what cars are in the sim, what other tracks are in the sim. There's different reasons as to why licensing deals might be more or less expensive for different games and how it's arranged, and it's not just a case, sometimes it's a case that they just license out the data, but it's not always the case that they do that. Like Nordschleife, for example, I think just they've just got the laser data that people can license for a set fee. I think Silverstone do as well. Alton Park might do. There's a couple of them, but then I think different people. I think some of the data's like licensed. It's not owned by the track. It's owned by like whoever's scanned that, got that data. So it might depend on how you get the data, and there might be separate licenses for just using the track in the first place. You can get all weird rules and things. I don't know if that is the case with Brands Hatch GP, but licensing for anything can often be really counterintuitive and utterly ridiculous. The real world often doesn't make any sense. We should petition them. Oh my god, they've finished already. What was our best finishing position so far? I think 18th is our our best tonight. We need to improve on 18th. I'll be happy with 15th. Next race's target is to finish in the top 15. Mind you, we did get punted off at the start of this race, so... And there's 32 cars, I think. So, it's not necessarily as bad as it looks. That's what I'm telling myself. That's what I'm going with. I wish here was hot. It's minus 12. Oh, it's pretty cold here as well. Whew. Right. I think it's time to... Oh, that's why we were slow. We were in a potato. I forgot about that. That's giving us a... Having PlayStation written on the side has obviously cost us at least 50 horsepower. It's going to be about a quarter of the speed as the rest of the cars on the grid. Spirit of the Race Award. It's never warm in the UK. Right, well done M. Lip, well done T. Jansen, well done Mr. Charlie, and well done J. Honzik for your racing prowess. I'm going to restart the sim in VR and see if we can get racing in VR. It should be fun. Right, let me just get that on there. Set the launch options. So don't leave the server. We are coming back. That needs to not be capitals. I need a cup of tea as well, and a biscuit. Okay, we had everything working, now let's break it. That's a good plan. That's the way we do it. South of England, yeah, it can be moderately warm in the summer. That's about it, if you're lucky. See if this works. Fingers crossed. This goes, someone donated to us to put goggly eyes on the VR headset. You can see the tracking lights on the headset. See if this comes up. Red Bull ring, here we go. And we're going to do the Bentley. Password T if you want to join, guys. Right, in capital letters. Oh dear, sim racing paddock. When will he learn? When will he learn? Poor guy. I think he's got a concussion. Race Room VR, is it complicated to set up? No, it's not particularly complicated to set up. It's a little bit finicky, but well, we'll see. Normally it's okay. You just have to set the launch parameter -VR, and then it works pretty well. It's a little bit demanding. Do have to tweak the graphic settings a bit, but you know. Frank just got into DCS. I need to give DCS a go. I haven't played it for ages. Okay, let's see if this is right. Oh God, I'm in the car. You know what? I'm gonna have to rebind my reset view button because the steering wheel's not plugged in. Did not think of that. Yes, I know my device is missing. Yeah, so for VR, all you really have to do is bind a VR reset position, VR toggle monitor view, and then you can also VR increase world scale or decrease world scale to get it to the right world scale. You should be okay. Now we're having to do silly lark with our headset because of the way we've got sound here. This is amazing. Yeah, I always forget how good VR is. Oh, here we go. Get ready for some seat action. Seat. Mirror, mirror. We're in the car. Unbelievable. I've just turned the engine off. How good is this? Forget how amazing. Oh, let's go to the next session. Hello, Bob. He looks like Odo from Deep Space Nine. Look at that. I mean, the floor looks like a real floor. Device missing. Thank you. Of course it is. Okay, let's get driving here. Oh, I've got to get the chat room up. I knew I forgot something. There we go. You guys can hear the game, can't you? Should be able to hear the game. Let's just get this on here. Just Skype work BRT, it'll be fine. Let's get chat room. I need to get a better dongle. Okay. What was that? Haunted room. Right. I hope this works. And we're golden. I'll be able to see the chat room. We'll be in VR. Happy times. There's the chat room. Nice. All right, Gustav Drewson, thanks for coming along. Catch you next time we stream. Cable from. Oh, I see what's going on. What a palaver. No! Foam's come off my headset. Oh, we've got 6 minutes. Oh, we're back at the Nürburgring G. Oh no, it's Red Bull Ring, isn't it? So. Right. Easy. We are good to drive. How volume levels and everything? Give me a shout if that's off. Hi Atif. Why is that not working? There we go. I could do Sim Racing Paddock. I'll give him a next time I talk to him, I'll bring you up. I think they're selling tons of the wheels though, so you'd be lucky to get one. Here we go. Oh my god. Needless to say, this feels slightly different from watching on the screen. Oh my god. Oh, two wheels, he held it, nice driving. This car's got quite jerky force feedback to it. Stunt driving. I think that's what he was going for. He's showboating. What's that in the air? Something floating in the air there. Oh dear. It seems to be a feature of all the cars in Race Room. Oh, there's another car. If you go over on the throttle, you're stuck. You have to be extra careful. Van de Boer, Race Room stunting experience. I wonder what happens when GTR 3 comes out. I wonder if all the race rumours will just go to GTR 3. I wonder how that's going to pan out. This feels crazy. I need to adjust the camera INI files though for this car because it's a bit bumpy in VR, which is a little bit harsh. Tick on the gas pedal, I'll try. We're going to get one flying lap here. Probably won't. No. I know, we will. We're going to get one more lap in. Oh dear. Well, it's too late for that, Tom. I'll have to apply it for next time. car is a setup. Bouncing all over the place. There we go, that's an improvement. We've got to finish this race in the top 15 and then we're happy. that's the goal. That's the goal for today. It turns out we're terrible at R3E. Season the sausage, okay. I'll try to remember to season the sausage. Hang on. You do not need 17 laps of fuel. I think that's enough. Oh no, maybe. Oh no! Okay. Here we go. We're trying the Bentley this time in virtual reality. Let's see if this works a bit better for us. Did anyone else see the 720 spin recovery on Bathurst yesterday? No, I missed that. Don't overcook the sausage. Okay, I'm going to be gentle with the sausage. Time for a delicate sausage drive here. See what we can get out of this. Try and get a good start. Go, go, go! Bit of a loose launch there. Oh no, driving in the hitting the arse there, but we're still good. Okay, we're going. 14th, we're one place up. It's alright, you're allowed to cut the sausage once it's cooked. You have to check that it's fully cooked. Car on our right, flashing his lights, we're going to block him off. Oh dear, car in the wall in front of us. Please don't hit me, please don't hit me. Nice driving so far. Kate Blum in front of us, and Angel behind us. Squeeze up the inside. Oh my god, we're bouncing all over the place. We've got the Bentley power going here. I feel like we've got a princess in the back of the car. It's just not driving to any concrete pillars. No tunnels on this track, so we're fine. th place. Catching up with this gaggle of cars here. third-class carriage is about to join the second-class carriages of A. Garland and N. Punterino. Push, 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 guys. Got 11 minutes. That was a bit of a short shift there. Rhino's Race Room, I did watch a bit of the Bathurst race, but not much of it. Come on! We can get on these. We're getting about half a second a lap here, closer. Look at this convoy of vehicles, absolutely gorgeous. There's about £5 million of cars in front of us here. Well, I don't know if it's the Bentley making us drive faster, or if it's the VR, or maybe both put together. VR for sure, Mario Kuffman. Pay to win. Okay, Tom. Where do I need to stick the file? In the My Documents folder. You can really see the subtle movements of the car in VR though. It does make it easier to place the vehicle. I'm going to lose control of the car now, I've just said that. How long have we got? 10 minutes to get onto this trail. It'd probably help if we had the flappy paddles rather than using the bump shift, so we'll have to get that fixed as well. All these messages are getting blocked, guys. Oh, that was a mess. Slow down for someone in front of me. It's Tom the dentist. Is it the fake dentist or the real dentist? It must be the real dentist. T dentist. Oh dear. I can't talk and drive in this sim, I'm too slow at it. could send a picture of the setup. Depends how much there is to change. It's a wide-angle camera. That's why my head looks tiny. It's my brain shrunk. Playing too many driving simulators. Can you see 7th in the distance? My binocular lenses. Alright, Frank Zappa. I think the key with this car is to get on the throttle early and that pushes it around the corner. I've been braking too long. Broke his knob. Oh no. Come on, I struggle for grip in Race Room. I don't seem to get that bite. One of the things I really like about Assetto Corsa, especially on this track, is the cars seem to just bite the road really aggressively. And then they're super responsive on the brake and the throttle. It's a little bit mushy. I don't know if it's this car, but this is a little bit mushy, which makes it hard to sort of be really committed for the corners. To see what it's like with the setup tweak. Oh, we can cut that tongue. This is a new paid Race Room channel. Oh, we're in the chat room there. Three minutes left. Rhino's Race Room. Butchering these fast corners, well, the tight corners. You can take them quite fast, but you just have to get into them committed. Thanks, Larry B. Well, we're up half a second on our delta, so we're doing something right. Oh look, we're in the top 15. We've got CB behind us. We're in the top 15. That was the goal for this race. It's an improvement over the previous races where we've, well, we're not finished yet, but where we were finishing 80. So we're getting somewhere. Let him win Cleo's on his birthday, thank you. I join empty service to get my victories. It's one way to do it. Oh, we got a car in the wall. A Kuvalainen. Dead. Thanks for giving us the place. Alright, Sim Racing Paddock. Oh, he's going to watch the Super Bowl. Oh dear. Don't forget to sing your national anthem while shooting guns in the air. Come on! last lap surely. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you could swim in the sea and get eaten by a shark, I guess. That's probably the most exciting thing you can do in California. I think we're going to need, next time we play Race Room, we're going to have to be driving the 90s DTM car. If we can fill up a server with 32 of them, that would be incredible. Guys, we're in 10th place. This is unbelievable. No, you shall not pass. Oh, there we go. 10th. It's an improvement. It's an improvement. We're getting there. We're slowly learning the race room ways. The ways of the race room. We need Tom's setup here. Oh God, it's bright in my room. Let's see. So not exactly, Larry B. Only 3. Technically, we were 3rd. Right. Let's get this setup sorted out. Oh, I missed the results there. Sorry, guys. Okay. I think Tom sent me the setup on Discord. Here it is. Oh, let's use VR to the max here. Let's see if this works. It's a fake setup. That's how Tom gets. That's how Tom gets people. That's how he ends up being fast. He sends out these terrible setups. I've got the picture. Hopefully I can just drag it across in VR to be able to see it. Suspicious times, Larry B. Suspicious times? Trust no one. It's the X-Files all over again, this. I feel exhausted. I don't know what it is. I think because I haven't had any biscuits today. Right. Where's it? I've lost my chat room. There he is. Oh, let's just do that over there for now. We found Bigfoot. Right. Alright, now I can't use this. Doesn't work in the game. Oh. Right. Apparently this is the hack setup. Put this on here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Sorry. Ah, if that makes me have to put it all in again, I'm going to shoot myself. Only watch. Device missing, thank you. I think it remembered it, okay. Ah! Okay. How do you actually say? Okay, save the setup. There we go. Right, let's give this a go. Oh, this mouse does not work. Dirt Rally's good for 10. You can get it for £10, that's pretty awesome. Oh no! Okay, sorry. I thought it was all on one screen. The suspension. Oh no, oh, it didn't save. I clicked. This is what I had. I was doing this when the. Oh, it's just that one, I think. You've got it on the thing you sent me. You've got it on 9, 7, rebound 9 on here. $56.44. Let's face it, it's not going to make us drive faster, is it? We'll give that a go. We'll see if we can drive forwards. So it's a start. Let's see if we can finish in one piece. I don't think it's going to happen, but we can dream. Did I put the gear? Did I put fuel in the car? That's a mistake I often make. Can't see over the bloody dashboard like a toddler. Oh, sorry, I know it's my fault. That was entirely my fault for parking on the racing line, as is Gamer Muscle tradition. Right, we've got 5 minutes to set a lap here. Let's see what we can do. Right, first fine lap, come on! This is the Tom the Dentist setup test. This will be the ultimate test of how ridiculous setups can be in driving simulators. Does this suddenly get us good Can we instantaneously get performance from a setup? Or are we still terrible at race room? I'm thinking the latter is probably the most likely. Setup's nice and stable, a little bit of slip, but it's really progressive. She's driving like a Segway. What result does this get us? Oh, 9th. Okay, that's not too bad. Can we improve it? I know I'm braking too much for some of these corners, but I know I'm not getting on the throttle soon enough. And then my shifting's at the wrong time. Oh dear. My view is centred. It will look off-centred to you because it's stereo and you're only seeing one eye. Unless you mean the height, if that's what you're talking about. I'll have to move it up higher. That's probably the best I can do. That's what you mean. I can move the seat forwards, that'll help you guys as well actually. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Oh dear. Being tortured by race room here to learn how to drive it. Here we go. Starting at the back. Oh dear. Okay. Zandvoort, Bentley. Where did we come last race? 10th. Let's see if we can improve on. Oh, that was a disaster. Hopefully that view's a bit better for you guys. Here we go. Zandvoort, Bentley, GT3. Go, go, go. Hi, Abigafarin. Car on the inside there. Nice move by whoever that was. Oh my god. Almost lost it there. Pulled it back. Doom GTR snuck past us. Bit of a slide. It's all fine. Hi Tiago, yeah, we're still going. trying to learn race room. I love being punished by driving simulators, it's my hobby. Oh Jesus Christ! It does not like it if you have a wheel on the grass and you get on the throttle. There we go, off to last, thank you. Thank you grass, at the side of the track. There was no catching that. Bloody hell, we almost flipped it. That was a bit of a vomit comet ride. Oh dear, what punishment. At least we've got a nice McLaren to look at. Let's try and get some places back, that'll be fun. Okay, thank you, there's 2 places. Oh dear, there's 3. It's alright, everyone just kill yourselves, it's fine by me. I think it was your fault, Tiago, you cursed me. You put a bit of extra grass on the side of the track. The curse of Tiago Lima. Oh dear. It's the GT3 curse. I think next time we play Race Room, maybe we'll have to go for the 90s DTM cars. That car's a workout to do a race in. You start a race with the 90s DTM and your right hand's all pathetic and weak. 4 laps of using the H-pattern shifter and you've turned into a one-handed Incredible Hulk. Come on, Mr. Bentley boy. We're not finishing. We've got to finish better than 10th. We've had too many races where we're tickling at the back. Watch out on the grass, boys! There we go. Someone used the lawnmower technique. I've already proven that that's not a good technique for this track. Oh dear. Just punted the Porsche there. Oh, who's that? Andy Homan coming up our inside. Who's going to be last on the brakes? It's me! Dive bomb. Oh, nice driving here though. This is what it's more like. At least people aren't just driving away from us. Oh, Dada Homan's still on the inside. Please don't punt around me. Oh, nice and tight. Bit of sand dune mayhem here. Let's get around the outside. Nice driving, everybody. This is what it's more about, guys. A bit of side-by-side driving. We could be like 400th. I don't care. As long as we've got cars next to us, I'm happy. I don't like lapping by myself. I like someone's bumper in my door. I mean, it's preferable if the bumper in your door is first place or second place, but can't be too picky. We're catching CB. Watch out, CB. We've installed Tom the Dentist's copy of Windows on our Bentley. Door bumping is risky. It's alright in Race Room, Larry B. You can actually door bump and get away with it in this. You can't bumper bump because it rotates the car behind, but you can bang into doors okay. Got a car behind us. It's Dandy Highwayman. He's trying to push his way through. Oh, that's a bit of grass there. Let's balance it out with some grass on the right hand side. All is fine. If you go on the grass on the left, hit some grass on the right, car's happy. Dandy Highwayman dive bombing. You can't have that place, Mr. Highwayman. I'm afraid we're still on the inside. You shall not pass. Nice try though. Oh, there he is. Let's push him wide. Nice driving, Dandy. He's going to come back at it again, isn't he? He's not giving it up yet. Oh dear, what a sneaky bugger. Getting back. We're not done, Dandy. Come back here. Still got 8 minutes. Oh, he's going for the... This is going to be a interesting move. Oh no! Oh, tit! Bloody car! Oh my god! I can't believe we just lost that. I'm gonna go and put my head in the microwave, guys. Unbelievable. I don't even know what happened there. It's like the rears, midway through acceleration, spun up, but in like a really sloppy, delayed way. Bloody driver. That was a self-titwinkle. Oh no, we're back in 40. We're not even in 10th. I need to get some tub of PVA glue and pour it on the tyres. Larry B, self-titwinkle. What's the key to Race Room? Probably just need some more biscuits. Oh, we're on the power through there. M. Goodwin going up the inside of B. White there. Nice move. I think he's got it to stick. Can we get someone on T1? Good maths. Well, you know, I pride myself on my mathematical ability. Oh, Jesus. It's when you've got the angle, steering angle, you get the throttle, the back just flies out. I do quite like this car though. Other than that, the way the rears lock up, the way that it turns in on the power, this setup's quite nice. And I feel like it's me that's driving slow, not, you know, people aren't just pulling away from me because my car's slow. This is definitely me. So I feel we've got something to work with at least. So let's be optimistic. It's all about positivity, guys. Otherwise, the head is going in the microwave. Commitment, full commitment. The thing is, this setup encourages you to get on the throttle early to turn the car in, but if you do that and the backspin up, you're done. So you've got to like choose where to risk it. We've got 2 minutes left here. Come on, sneak a way through. We're going to need at least a 900 watt microwave and at least 4 layers of tin foil. I'm just going to pour water on my head. Get the job done quickly. Talking about food, I'm starving. I might have some soup when we're finished here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're catching it at least now. And if we make a mistake, at least we're bringing it back. 3 minutes at 900 watts, yeah. I was thinking about 15 minutes. I've got quite a thick skull. Not much in the head, just bone all the way through. Barbecuing you. Oh, come on, we've got to pass Mr. Goodwin. Otherwise the head is going in the microwave for a full half hour, not just 15 minutes. Full defrost. Final lap, I think. Mr. Goodwin. You're not going to get a good win because we're going to overtake you. It's going to be a bad loss, not a good win. I'm going to change my name to M Hair Loss and we can be M Goodwin. It's all planned out. It all makes perfect sense. He's bloody pulled away from us. This is not acceptable. I've been abused by Race Room tonight. I'm telling you, I'm not going to promote this game unless Sector 3 make it so that I can drive it. It's ridiculous. Play these simulators, get people to buy them, and I'm crap at them. It's not acceptable. Where's the programming to make me good? If Game of Muscle equals last, make first. That's advanced C++ language there, guys. Oh dear. What a mess. This isn't sim racing, this is abuse. Sector 3 have abused me. I'm phoning the police station. This has been an assault. Hang on, we've got one more lap here. It says final lap, it's a checker flag. We've got one more lap. We're that far behind. Yeah, I just have to get in front of him. That's all that matters. Come on, Mr. Goodwin. No pressure. I'm coming for you. Hi, William. William Husman. I know. We're not last, but it's not good enough. We need to be at least 7th. Bearing in mind that I practically live in a sim rig. I'm trying. I can't push any harder than this. I'm pushing harder than a woman in labour. I think Mr. Goodwin is responding to our high-powered driving. Oh no, there's the back. Push too hard. Oh dear. Wow. There it is. At least we're finishing. At least we get to manually drive over the finish line. Hiya, Furisome. Oh no. Okay. Right, guys. It's time for some soup and bed. But thank you, everyone that's taken part tonight. Paul S for donating, giving us some tea bags. Thank you for that. Really nice, good fun on Race Room though. Despite being abused, I just got to get some practice in. Got to learn it. Look at that camera angle tilt there. Through the wall we go. I've just got to learn the way to handle it with some practice. Let's see what the results were. Oh no, we can't see it. There we go. It's gone off the screen. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We've got a review. There's going to be the shifter reviews going up in the morning, so check that out. We'll have some other content up and we'll be streaming tomorrow as well. Hopefully we'll do the Game of Muscle race on Race Room as well. We'll probably do the AC Caterham 7. I want to check that out. So yeah, have a good night everybody. Hope your Mondays goes well, and until tomorrow. Oh yeah, click the like button before we go. Give that like button a tickle. Subscribe. Join us on Discord. Until tomorrow though. Goodbye everybody.